Right, what's going on, mi gente? Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends fast. There's freaking show in MLB absolutely anywhere. Oh, it's your boy, yo. Baseball's version of 300. Give the book nothing. Take from that bitch everything.
Bullpen! What is your profession?
Motherfucker, yeah, this ain't business, baby.
Sparta!
That's right, we don't fucking talk it, we fucking live it around here. We get in where we're finning. Who am I to girl them sugar? Follow me up on Twitter at John LaGaza Flow, sharper than a damn razor, same handle over on Substack, where $2 a week, get your 5 pounds of shit in a 2-pound box. What's up, me gente? Up in the comments. Jason, I saw you. Good morning. Fucking Mike Trout. Someone get me fucking Bill Gates. Damn it. Yo, and then the worst part, listen again, there's no exact formula. I swear I was coin flipping Adele to Trout. Adele to Trout. You start squinting, you're looking at pitch metrics, and it's like, this ain't it, Chief. You know, fuck. Trout gets the first inning single. A's score 8 runs. He didn't get the fucking bitch. Oh my gosh. He was even up late in the game, 1 out man on third against Senza. And I was like, please, please. And he took the walk. Oh, what a bitch that was, man. Yeah, Jeff, that's how she goes, right? That's how the fucking, that's how the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it doesn't work for us, brother. Full slate today, everything tonight. We got a lot of work to do and not a lot of time to do it. So without any further ado, it's the best part of waking up. Pitching sheets up in the mug. Can you imagine trying to fucking follow and bet baseball without this fucking stuff? Yeah, how do you fucking mind? Like, how do you even do that? How do you do that? And then once you see it, you're like, oh, fuck, what am I doing? Don't be a cheap motherfucker your whole life. Support good people doing good work. All right, let's start the fucking timer and do the very best that we can. Jack Flaherty, Captain Jack Yar. He's on the bump for the Tigres. I know the ERA's inflated. He's been looking pretty good as of late. He's had the strikeout pitch working. Tigers on the road as pretty heavy dogs against Steven Matz and the flat fucking fish of Florida. Man, I'm going to get myself in trouble doing too much pitching stuff. But again, you could see the Flaherty stuff, has been kind of ugly. It was hard to defend, but the more I was looking at it, man, he's really coming off as a bit unlucky. 61 left on base, 331 bad, but that was the big thing where, Matt's more really pitching to contact and just nothing working for him right now. He's not even getting the cold stuff over when the old men are not doing old men things. I start to get worried. His misses have gotten barreled, and I'm a little bit worried about maybe Matt's more so than Flaherty today. You can see Flaherty, 293 Sierra, 25 KBB, last 30. Those are really good numbers, right? That's the sign of the underpinning, maybe the turnaround here. Tigers' offense has been total ass. Like, what the hell else is new? Oh, you know what? I tried to do an extra zoom for everybody, but I'm going to miss some of the boards, so I got to take it back down. Yeah, Tigers' offense has been whack. They scored for us yesterday. Man, yesterday kind of sucked, right? We were flat on the day, but we had to eat the fucking Reds cock, which sucked. I put on the notes, if you checked later on, do not bet the fucking Reds. Burns was scratched. But because I'm not a jerk-off scumbag, I don't know. The days of getting your bet pushed on a pitcher change, those days are over. So, we had to fucking eat the fucking L for love. Fucking sucks, man. Sucks to be you, fatty. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? We were off the fucking Detroit game. We liked the F5. That was an easy winner. We liked the Washington game. I got scared. I didn't bet the Cavalli. That was a fucking winner. They ended up blowing it late. And I was like, man, this isn't going to go well. Trout had the chance to get us across. He fucking didn't. Anyway. Hold on, let me sort my lefty page here. Tigers just haven't really done anything, but again, the discipline with some fly balls. I don't know. I tend to think this team is more talented than the production we saw, and they'd be more likely to be the team kind of ascending right now. Rays have hit righties, and it looks like it could be trouble for Flaherty, right? If you're getting barrels, that's been the hang-up is the home runs. Not really striking out. They've been a bit passive. I'm not like super bullish on Flaherty. I just think this price is off. Both bullpens have been like worse than ass, so I don't think you could really back either one. If I had to take a play, it's like easily got to be something Detroit first 5. Let me see if I get that bitch up. I mean, sucks. The pricing sucks. The plus 110 for the F5 is probably the better price. Then you got to go up to minus 130 to get the run. I don't want to start paying juice. I'd rather like take the price and the chance at a fucking push and just get out with my anus intact if, that's the fucking case. Next up, Macho Man Randy Vasquez on the bump for the Friar Tucks, 113 dogs on the road down in Broad Street to face Aaron Nola and the Fighting Phils. This is another one. I was just like scratching my fucking head. I'm like, I kind of want to fade both these guys, right? Vasquez really overperforming the 3.28 ERA, 3 runs better than the expected ERA. You're not going to get away with that. And it's even a full run better than the Sierra. So there's like a red flag that there should be some negative regression coming. Nola may be the other way. The ERA super inflated, so is the whip, but the disciplinary stuff is all really good. Nola's been extremely unlucky this year as well. 68 left on base, 335 BABIP, 16 homer fly ball. I've never been a really big Nola guy. But these numbers are not terrible. There is some improvement coming. 15.5 KBB, 11 swing and strike, 29 CSW, 41 ground ball. And he gets a lot of fucking pop-ups for the minimal fly balls. He shouldn't be giving up this many home runs. Vasquez, who had struggled versus lefties in the past, I think that's starting to happen again. Look at the power metrics. His misses get destroyed because he doesn't get the cold stuff over. Hitters start to sit on the four-seamer, which is just okay. I'm not really buying the stuff plus. Again, sometimes I do disagree with it. So I think I'm leaning Phil's here on the pitching side. When you get to the offense, it is like disgraceful. Padres just total ass right now. It's ridiculous. 230 PAs versus righties last 2 weeks. They're batting 179. The Phillies said, hold my beer, bitch. 167. The fucking 233 slug on the Padres, 275 for the Phillies, 513 max OPS both ways. Phillies are striking out like crazy, but that's not Vasquez's game, right? They've been aggressive, but gotten barrels and hit it hard, and they have a couple impact lefties. I'm just not ready to throw away the Phillies as this shit fucking offense. Remember, both of these bullpens are fucking really, really good. I think it's got to be Phil's here. I wish we were getting 4.5 on the F5. You know what's funny? That number has actually moved. We are, and it's a strong 4.5. I think the wind is blowing. It ain't blowing out, right? That's the thing you want to be careful of in Philly with wind out. Is a situation, a situation. Wind blowing in 6 miles. Low 70s. It's like it's not hot and it ain't cold. Model leaning towards the under, missing the 9th frame. I think those are my 2 plays. I think I like Phillies F5. It's minus 137. Well, like I said, maybe that under 4.5, though. This is one of the rare cases that the full game is 8, but the half game is 4.5 because of the bullpen strength. Man, I was hoping for a 8.5, though. I'll be honest, that's probably out there also. I don't know, man. Fuck. I'm like stuck. I think my lean is bounce back from the Phillies on both sides. I'm going to go Phillies F5 for now. And I have to I'm going to have to meditate. I have to meditate on that one because I'm not really sure. I think it's going to money's going to keep coming in on the Phil, especially our show has that effect sometimes. Next up, Shane Baz in the bump for B-More, plus 118 underdogs down in Fenway to face Connolly early and the Red Laundry. Baz is the question mark here, though he's been pitching really well as of late, and the underpinning stuff is all holding up to scrutiny. Jeff L., what's going on? BE, what's going on? Mark J., we got a question from our guy MC. Toaster's reading from your sheets, talking about White Sox WRC plus versus lefties. The numbers he was reading are different than the ones I have. I've updated the numbers since then, so that could be the easy answer. Toast is working at night off of, yesterday's stats. I'm up with the early birds, re-racked it. So unless you were saying at the same exact time, which would be weird because you're both looking at the same sheet. So not 100% sure. Jeff L likes the both teams to score 2 in that one. Yeah, probably. And J-Main, what's going on? Underwater Trades, good to see everybody. This fine. Yeah, so back into Baz, and I think he's been holding up to scrutiny, another kind of bounce back guy, much higher talent level than the production we've seen. The disciplinary stuff has not been great, though also not awful. Right, 37 ball is not terrible. We want to see the KBB and stuff start to pop a little bit. Too much zone contact, but everything else has been clean. It's not like he's getting destroyed, is what I mean. Also, he's been a little bit better on the road, and I thought the last 30 stuff was stronger than I saw. Let me just derail myself real quick. Whenever I kind of catch myself off narrative, I just want to see if I can bring it back on track with just a smidge of data. You know, the velo on the four-seamer is good. He's not overusing it. Great extension, great spin. It's a good pitch. The knuckle curve has been really good. He's been unlucky on that. Again, the X slug really outperforming the slug. And then, you want the sinker to induce weak contact, and he has. Again, I think Baz, we've seen the worst of this from him. Early, I think is awesome. Maybe he's out pitching 295, 116 ERA whip combo a little bit, but he's a very good pitcher. And the Orioles, if I'm not mistaken, let's check it out. Weak split versus lefties, yeah, that's really been the case. That's when you want to go after these Orioles. They're very heavy lefty. So I guess they are hefty lefty. hefty, whippy. God help me. Boston offense really has kind of turned it around. Though now I think, again, we're starting to see it trail a little bit. First thing we're always looking for, what is it, people? You in the back, waving your hand like a fucking maniac. The chase rate. Right, when the chase rate starts to pop along with ground balls, you're reaching out of the zone. They're a little bit aggressive for production stats that are, again, starting to tail off a little bit. Again, I'm not obsessed with L7, but I was going to say I'd imagine they're starting to tail a little bit, and they are. The average is really high, but a 361 BABIP is going to do that. Again, they're chasing. The barrel rates are falling off. The home runs are starting to dip. So I don't think Boston is as bad as they were to start the year, but I don't think we want to be running away from them either. Baltimore bullpen's been a mess. Baltimore very good. So I do think Boston wins. The price is a little bit heavy. The thing I want to get on is that F5 on the 4.5. I think at minus 112, we're getting the best of all worlds here. This feels a lot like one of those games where Boston is actually bad chalk. Right? People love early, but there's a smidge of negative regression that I went over. People are off of Baz. There's a little bit of positive regression that I think is due. And it's not to say either one of these guys are going to get rocked. Obviously, I'm on the under. But this is one of those games that I feel like, right? We talked about this yesterday, self-auditing and correcting, these are the spots for me. Where you pay the juice for early and they're down 1-0 after 5 or 2-1. Where Boston, first of all, you want to bet Boston 9 innings for the pen. But let's say you did bet it at F5. Down 2-1, you don't want to be out of that bet. Right? You certainly wouldn't want to take a loss. So I think the under answers a lot of the questions for my analysis. Next up, I got Ryan Gusto for the Marlins. I saw some other fucking name up there. Bashar or something like that. Lake Batcher, Bachar. I think he's like a 2-inning that I did look. It's like a 1 or a 2-inning guy. Maybe he's going to get followed by Gusto. Either way, the Marlins are probably F'd in the A. Except you're facing Miles Michaelis and the Nacionals at home. I mean, it's so juicy. It's like, I'm not in this sense with Vig. I mean, like your fingers fucking nom, 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 like that kind of fucking juicy. To get the Nats versus Gusto for minus 120. I wonder if they're at 4.5 or 5.5. The team total. Nats team total 4.5 minus 115. That immediately is looking kind of yummy. I think for our both teams to score crowd, Jeff and Jay, I think this is a both team to score 2, maybe a both team to score 3, maybe even a both team to score 4. Which gets you to the 9. I don't like to go over the 9 because then you technically need 10. This one should be scoring. You could see I've got a bunch of hit-run ribby stuff. That's probably my favorite way to get it. Really good splits on both ways for, Lopez and Edwards for Miami, and then James Wood and Curtis Mead for the Nacionals. I mean, you don't want to back any of the pitching here. In particular, Michael, he fucking sucks, right? It's going to be batting practice today. whatever. He's given up a ton of home runs. He's poor against just about everybody. Again, the Gusto stuff, pump the brakes on, but Miami, I don't think, even though Bashara's not even that good, I don't think they have 7 innings worth of relief in them. You know, Nats offense is freaking awesome right now. Marlins offense, not so much. However, my guy Kyle Twin Stowers hit a fucking ding-dong, and I'm expecting the rising tide. Plus, I mentioned Lopez and Edwards. If guys are popping on the Algo sheets, you know at the very least they're fucking swinging a fucking mighty stick. Yo, we are humming right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's fucking go, man. All right. Joey Cantillo, my boy on the bump for the guards. Very heavy dogs on the road against Cameron Schlittler, damn near Kildler, and the bad guys in the Boogie Down Bronx, minus 240 for the Evil Empire at the crib. You know, I was really big on Cantillo. It's starting to get really bad. And I like him. And, you know, this is not Yankee fucking glazing. We want to look for pitchers that we can go against the Yankees. That's why I was really kind of digging it. And I think he's going to struggle. There are innings where Cantillo looks really filthy. That said, what is our problem? I wonder if you could see it up on the board. Again, I got to do that pitching tutorials again. When you see high velo usage plus 40, check. Low fastball velo, sub 92, check. And poor fastball stuff, 90. And then on top of that, bad control and falling behind. This could be really bad for Cantillo. I think you got to pump the brakes a little bit on, like, Yankees got to be a 5.5 team total, which I think worries me a little bit. They're not. Ooh, they're tempting the fuck out of us. Yankees 4.5 minus 105. That alt to 3 might be pretty yummy. They might also have a first 5 team total. 1.5. You know, a couple ways to skin that cat without scratching his asshole. Yankees offense v lefties, do a little quick scrolly scroll. One of, not just their strong split and not just a strong split, it's one of the strongest splits in the fucking game. Yankees as a team are just destroying lefties, you know, and they're patient and they don't chase. This is a very bad spot for Cantillo. This is a really bad spot for Cantillo. And then conversely, Cleveland offense cannot fucking sniff righties. Tell me how Schlittler just doesn't shove these fucking clowns. He's been just fantastic. 25 KBB, 14 swing and strike with a 31 ball. That's like Tariq Skubal level fucking control with all the swing and miss, all the ground balls, all the contact suppression. You could ask for Cameron Schlittler, like one of the bright young stars in the game right now. This one, man, after all that, you'd be thinking, do we have the confidence for the run line? Now, again, there's 2 ways to attack this. Let's just get it really quick. One, you go to the model strength. We're over 3/4 of a run, which is where we start to think about it. We don't like the bottom of the 9th, missing the 9 frames. Model strength is like a push. How about price on the run line? Price on the run line is minus 110. I really hate the minus pricing. However, the money line is minus 250. And $140 for the run line is fucking nice. That's a really nice offer. The reason they're offering us that shit is because the Cleveland bullpen has been really good. That said, people like myself tend to step on that rake also. We get in our heads like the Cleveland bullpen is so good. That said, everybody has a B-side to the bullpen. And if Cantillo is down 4-zip, you know, you're going to get Will Dion and maybe Matt Festa and Cody Hewer or whatever, and guys that just haven't been that good. So, man, I think I'm leaning Yankee run line, which feels so fucking chalky. So chalky, but I don't see it going another way. I wanted, man, I'll tell you what. This is why you got to check and shop around. Mama said, and she was right. I don't think I'm going to take this. But fuck, is it tempting as all fucking shit. Cleveland's F5 run line on my bookie, right, open to everybody, great prices, hit me up for a referral, is plus 1.5. Plus 1.5. Minus 132. Yeah, how do you not play that? You have to fucking play that. You have to fucking play it, right? How do you not play that? That's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. An F5RL -1.5 at like a decent fucking price. To me, that's too much. That's too much Yankee love. That's like a bet I have to take on fucking principle. So, Jeff L., I appreciate you, man, always lighting up the comment section. I got stunned for a second. Goom Collector up in the bitch. My guy gets rocked today. Oh, baby. So he's loving that. He's got wind blowing out to the short porch. Let's check it really quick. I've got my window meter up. Okay. Now, this is a good one. I don't know shit about weather. I do my best to study smart people. I have AI help me a little bit. I use combinations of fucking wind and temperature and direction, of course. However, I usually draw the line at 8 to 10, and it's not because I know anything about weather, to be extremely clear. I just have, from back testing, right? It's the order I run the algo, then I check it against the weather to look for disparities in the price. If it checks with the weather, then I attribute it, is the word. That checks out all the time at generally 9 or 10 miles an hour. Kevin Roth, noted weather expert and the guy you really should be listening to, tends to agree as far as wind speed. So I don't want to argue about, you're wrong, because you're right, the wind is blowing out. But when I see 5s and 6s, I tend to not react. I don't want to say overreact. I tend to not react because I already have all the average stuff baked into Yankee Stadium as a good hitting environment. So, again, I didn't want to be combative because you are technically correct, but just to kind of take my stand, try and be as clear as possible. So, yeah, Cleveland, 1.5 F5 is just objectively fucking crazy. And you know what? If you're not buying the Schlittler stuff, and think he gets touched and you got to be all over this, the pricing on the Guardians is really nuts. Yo, Adonis, what's going on? Good to see you every day. Pod DGen also up from the herb nap. Let's fucking move it on. No fucking around. Noah Cameron on the bump. Lefty on lefty violence for the Royals with cheese. 105 dog down in Cincy. They face Hey Abbott and the Red Legs. Andrew Abbott -125. I got scoring or nothing in this one. We've also got some pretty good matchups. I got Witt and Sally Perez. Spencer Steer and Sally Stewart. In this one, again, it's all hitting. Abbott has been like crazy good as of late on the box score. So I think the question we have to ask ourselves about this game is Abbott, who is like notorious for overperforming peripherals. That's why the fantasy community had the hard fade on him coming into the season. Is starting to do it again. He wasn't getting away with it before. Now he's starting to do it again. And it's like, we've seen it collapse. Does that re-collapse? Or is he just able to get enough fucking weak ground balls, right? His stilo, without the strikeouts to make it work. And, the last 6 starts, like, he's been good. So if you're waiting for this regression, I just wanted to point it out because, I don't believe it. Fuck this guy. I don't believe it. Fuck this guy. You know what I mean? Like, you're getting hammered right now. You're getting hammered chasing this fucking guy in good hitting environments, too. 6 gave up 2, 5 and 2 went 0, 6 gave up 0, 5 gave up 1, 5 and 1 gave up 1, 6 gave up 2. And it was Cubs, Stros, Guards, Phillies, Mets. I mean, that's a little mixed how you think. I guess a couple of those are like technically good offenses that are not hitting right now. The Royals are probably another one of those, so I don't fucking know. I'm personally not buying it. I'm not buying it. Why? It's in the 4-seam bin. Again, low velo, high use, bad stuff, fucking batting practice, doesn't get the cold stuff over. Right, when we talk about these old fucking guys, like, when I say old, I don't always mean age, like old-fashioned guys, right? Old-fashioned guys, they don't have to blow you away, but we still want them to throw strikes and get ahead. Like, I'm not on some, like, he's got moxie. You know what I mean? I don't know what the fuck that means. I still want to see it in the spreadsheet. I will buy low KBs and low swinging strikes if you have a low ball rate and a high ground ball rate, right? That's the stuff that we want to see. Hammering the zone, putting hitters in bad counts where they know they're behind the 8 ball. And now you're presented with, here is your choice, hitter X, 0-1. Okay, 0-2, then force the weak ground ball low, or 0-3, because it's good strike, good strike, good strike. Abbott's not really throwing quality strikes, so I have a lot less belief that this is going to happen. And again, we're in like a monster fucking hitting park right now. He's a 5.25 ERA at home. Cameron has a 5.5 ERA on the road, though he's been much better as of late. If anything, if I really have to take a fucking pitch, I think Kansas City probably wins at the fucking prize, but it's not really a spreadsheet thing because the Reds have hit lefties. We've seen Cameron kind of suck. He was another guy, he's behind and he's pitching to fucking contact, and that's where the Reds in this park do a lot of damage. Both of these bullpens are also ass. Royals have a 7.8 ERA, last 40 and a third. Reds have a nearly 5 ERA with a 1.3 whip, last 43 and 2/3. They're up in the air getting fucking barreled. Like, I don't know. Again, it's scoring. It's scoring or nothing. I hate to look for 9. I would love the 8.5. And this is one of the spots where I think it's worth checking the price of that run. I hate being the fucking guy that's like recommending juice, and I really hope, I like to think we do enough of this work that I'm not the guy like leading people to fucking slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Last year when we were losing bets, I went into the combine, I'd pull off the live stuff. It means more to me. I'd rather be called a pussy than, hurt you. But the more of this shit I look at, the more this is the one run that I think is actually priced in our favor. You know what I'm saying? So in real time, that 8.5, I got minus 142. Fuck, that's like a little juiced up. But it still kind of makes the point of especially if the 9 was minus 115, so that's whatever, 30 fucking cents or whatever. Think about that run on the Yankee game we just talked about. You got 140 cents, fucking baseball run. Just a run. And not all runs are created equal when we speak in terms of totals, right? Thinking big nose fucking incoming, Thinking you have to think in terms of the distribution curve. The 9 is so popular. Right, our 9 is like the 7 in football, so it's super critical because obviously you don't have to do all the fucking iterations, but even all the close iterations, because this game, the game book is telling us it's going to be close. 105 minus 126 on the home side is an essential tie from the line maker's point of view, give or take fucking 3 cents. So we're talking about all of the 5-4s, the 6-3s, 5-4 both ways. We want that run to be determinative in our favor, and I think the few percentage points we're giving up, I actually think is covered in the curve, but I guess I can't say definitively, but I do think that, so. Let's fucking move it on. Hopefully everyone is digging the show, learning something, having some fun. Please hit the subscribe button and fucking the cartoon fucking finger, because that shit matters more than it should. You want to laugh? I hit the first level of YouTube monetization, but there's no money involved. It's just a fucking carrot. It's like you made the ability to apply, which is what it looks like. So just keep supporting the show. We're actually starting to get a little bit of fucking motion in the ocean. So let's just keep doing what the fuck it is we do. Next up, Kevin Gassman on the bump for the Bluebirds. They're on the road as dogs to Bryce the Elder and the Bravos. Uh-oh, here we go, baby, baby. What the fuck? Where'd it go? Oh. Yeah, I wanted to get the fucking dogs out there when we got the fucking, like an easy or obvious underdog play here. Kevin Gausman, ridiculously good with all the underpinning stuff that we believe. Elite command, elite control. Does not offer free passes, and it's impossible to get a hold of with like put away stuff where Elder can't say the same. He was sun running. I was worried it would come back to earth. Now, I was believing some of it because he was pitching backwards. And I think that's one of the ways that, maybe a guy without the crazy like stuff shit can survive in this crazy game of ours. Right, he's going slider first, which is his whiff, his one and only whiff pitch. But the other stuff behind it, I think players, or hitters, I should say, are starting to spit on that pitch a little bit. because we've seen the elder stuff kind of fall. It's starting to fall apart just a little bit. As of late, right, the KBB is dropping off. The Sierra is starting to climb. I think we might be seeing a little bit of negative regression on deck for Elder here. And for going to the offenses, I know Baltimore not as good as Atlanta, but I think baked in with the price, I think we've got the F5 win here. No, I mentioned F5 because the Braves bullpen is a fucking wagon. And sorry if this offends my Toronto peeps. I know there's quite a few of them out there. The blow-up risk in the Toronto pen is insane. And I think Varland and Hoffman are both very talented, depending what day you get them. Maybe Varland more so than Hoffman, but the Hoffman shit is crazy, and, there's a good chance he has to get some critical outs in this game. So I've got Toronto modeled for a, tight F5 win. Looks like we're getting even money on that F5. And, I think that's my play. Give me the pitching edge. I don't even want to call it a wash on offense, but I think the cart's a little bit before the horse on Elder. Next up, my boy Davis Martin on the bump. He's a minus 122 fucking favorite to Connor Prelip. Did you guys smash this fucking line and ruin it for everybody yet, or what? Because if not, you should. No, you're getting Martin minus 124. The Twins bullpen is ass. I think we want this full game. Sox bullpen's been better, and we have the offensive edge. So we could just do this one really quick. Davis Martin, very good. Prelip, not as good. I also worry about the distance. They're not really letting him go very far. Right? He hasn't really even averaged 5 innings. So Twins going to go to the bullpen early, even if he's okay. Prelip has pitched well at home, though he's gotten solved a little bit the last 2. I wonder if he's tipping or something like that. Martin is like legit fucking good at baseball. Davis Martin, legit good. You heard it here, right? We were talking about this all fucking season. White Sox lefties, if I'm not mistaken, is not a poor split. It's above average split because no chase. We take walks. We're getting barrels, hitting the shit out of the ball. Where like Twins v righties is fucking anus. No, it's terrible. Too many swings and misses, and they chase losing zone with no barrels. This price is definitely off for me. Definitely off. White Sox 332 Sierra, 1 flat whip. Last 2 weeks, that's 54 innings of a nearly 20 KBB, while the Twins are rocking a 12% walk rate. Give me the White Sox to fucking kill today. I'm usually not the type to get fucking greedy on this shit. But I think they could, like, mop them. You know what I mean? I think we could get the fucking sick blowout. I think that run line is in play. The 124 I mentioned was F5. There's actually been a few dollars coming in on the damn fucking Twins. Because I see a live minus 120, and that's like my Mega Whale 2000 fucking unit nuke fucking lock of the damn fucking century. Holy shit. I didn't want to get derailed anymore because we have a lot of work to do. Comments are piling up. I'm doing the very best I can. Remember, this legit is a one-man show. I mine it. I fucking format it. I fucking post it. I record it. I fucking edit it. I fucking produce it. I fucking promote it. I get up and do the bitch again, right? I bet it. We don't fucking talk it. We live it. Please support this fucking thing of ours. It means the world. Just $2 a week. You sign up for the whole year. You get the last month for free. And we have football stuff. Everything you're getting for fucking baseball, you're getting for football. And we do the fucking overlap. And not to fucking jerk myself off, but hey, man, little Barry O, you know what I'm saying? I have shown that I can handle the workload, right? Yo, I got nominated as NFL and MLB Writer of the fucking Year at the same time. Okay, back-to-back, multiple nominations. I know this isn't necessarily writing, but it shows I have command of the fucking material. I live for this. And when I'm not doing baseball shit, I'm drafting fucking best balls. Those rankings are up. They're uploadable, and they're fucking beautiful. Wait till we hit the live season. The differentials, the fucking ladders and shit with that new algo coming, because I actually can test it properly. Oh, it's going to be chef. We are chef kissing, and we're going to be high-stepping all the way into the fucking end zone. All right, so the thing I wanted to mention was an idea that I really developed in football, and I was calling it blend betting or hybrid betting. And this is a perfect example. And it's a combination of spread and money line bets. So it applies in every direction. Favorite, underdog, football, baseball. In the case of the White Sox here, if you believe, I mean, you should bet that straight at minus 120. Minus 120 is a great price to get a good spot. Okay, baseball is variant enough. However, and this happens in football as well, nobody can tell you how to execute, right? You're the executor. You're in charge of this shit. So you don't have to bet the full betting unit, whatever that is, on one thing. You could bet 0.9 of the unit on the straight bet, right? The initial base bet. And then put a tenth of the unit on the progressive run. You know, in this case, you're putting, or maybe 3/4 of your bet on the minus 120 and 1/4 of the bet on the plus 140 run line. Just make sure, always most important is if you hit, this is for ladders also, anytime you blend or step bet. If you hit the baseline, that motherfucker better be profitable. You're stupid. For real. So, you know, that same shit happens in football too, where if you think an underdog can cover, if you don't think they could win, you're doing it wrong. You're doing, to me, that's incorrect. So therefore, because the spread to money line calculations are not fucking standardized, my God, we're just dropping fucking bombs, kid. Some of those points are worth more than others, and you should be blending in wins because, you know, that game where you have the plus 7.5, if you had a tenth of that on the money line, which in football there's a fucking might be a plus 280 or something like that. You know, you want those runs, and it's really going to boost your fucking your PL on the same hit rate. Man, rest in peace, my granny. We are dropping fucking biz arms up in here. So yeah, give me the pale hose to kick some ass. And moving on. Next up, easy one, over or nothing. Old McDonald on the farm. Trevor McDonald going as a very heavy dog against my guy, Kyle Harrison. This is like the King Solomon thing, making me split the baby between two of my favorite guys. And this is not to knock fucking Harrison, because he is goating up right now. I mean, on some goat shit. I really like this McDonald kid also. He's very much undersung. And all of the, you know, bad ERA is all explained in left on base stuff. He's a fucking ground ball machine. And the Giants are, the Brewers, excuse me, are really not one to be afraid of. I know they raked us yesterday. That F5 sucked too. That was part of the suck. Although, you know, I don't like to be, oh, bad beats. But we were up too early. So when you're up multiple runs in an F5, you're really hoping you're going to win. I walked away at 2-0. Came back. It was like 8-2. And you're like, wait, what? What the fuck happened? And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think he got the first out. I thought I saw a strikeout on Bowers as I was watching. Because, I watched this shit. I thought I saw a strikeout. It must have got challenged after I walked away. And yeah, the challenge is take the good, take the bad, take the both. And there you have the facts of fucking betting, which sometimes is a fucking finger in your coolie. Is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Giants v lefties is also kind of brutal. So I don't think I'm looking for the straight win here. But the play that I had to look for, so two things. I wanted to see if we can get the under 4.5 F5, right? I'd be all over that shit. That one is a 4, and it's like a juiced 4, so I don't think we're going to find it. Got to, be fair. The other one I wanted to look, and we can, is getting plus money with the half run. And the only case here, right, this is a purely regression case. This is a purely baseball is variant case. That's all this is, right? Although McDonald's been good, right? That's it. It's not like we're throwing fucking Kyle Freeland out there, right? We didn't just blind bet plus money F5s. That I don't do. But we got a damn good argument here. And it's the same for Cleveland. And I know the Cleveland analysis is much more slanted towards the Yankees, but they're gifting us that a bonus run where I can't believe you need to be down 2 runs. Crazy. Here, I gotta go with what works for me. Right, this is another one that became part of my failures when I was losing last year. So if anybody is new, I mean, I'd been a winning bettor of forever. Like, I didn't want to say, like, how could you not be a winning bettor? But I just felt like we have a good process. You see how boring we do it. everything is fucking strictly regimented. It's like boring almost. I'm like, all right, we're gonna grind. It's gonna be valleys, but we're kind of grinding up. And not being arrogant, but I kept taking on more work. And the Substack stuff, I'm doing it my own. You learn new platforms, dealing with customer service, how to, it sounds stupid, like linking RSS feeds to your fucking podcast and linking all of your fucking socials and like promoting. It's hard work, like a fucking pickaxe hard work, but it's a fucking pain in the cock. And more importantly, it fucking takes time. And more time I was taking on that was less that we were spending handicapping. And what I found myself defaulting to was, all right, just take the favorite, right? No one can get mad at you playing a favorite. You can't get mad. How could you go? Not they say, how could you go? Famous last words, bet the favorites in baseball is a fucking losing strat. But I just kept defaulting to it in a lot of the spots that we're in now. I have the favorite by a tenth of a run, and I kind of like the pitcher, but don't trust the offense. Bet it. Lose. When that same model result is also telling you to look at the pricing on the run line. So, 1,000 ways to skin a cat without scratching his asshole. Be confident in the variance, as weird as that sounds, right? Because it's fucking real. So I'm gonna take the plus money with the Giants and hope McDonald just gets his ground balls, right? And the thing is, we don't even need to fucking scratch across a run to get this one to the window. Next up, Nasty Nate Eovaldi in the Naughty Jungle of Love. They're on the road. Rangers minus 115 against Dustin May and the Cardinals. I got to give May, I got to put some respect on him. He's been pitching well. He's been really good as of late, and I'm still not fucking buying it. Like, he's behind. He's in zone. He doesn't have great stuff. He doesn't get swings and misses in zone and is still, like, fucking baffling guys, whereas Eovaldi has legit ace upside. We saw him shove the Yankees twice in a row. We know this guy is legit good. I can't get down with this price. The offenses, I think, are at the very worst. A fucking split. Eovaldi's been very good on the road this year. Fantastic last 30. 279.79 ERA whip combo. Last 30 days, 20 KBB. May also, good. Again, I'm not trashing him. I have to take an honest L thinking he was going to gas can. But the underpinning stuff is brutal. The Cardinals' offense has fucking been brutal. I just don't understand the pricing here. Rangers do have the bullpen emoji. They were the only team. Lats back-to-back. June is 2 of 3. Tyler Alexander 3 of 4. And Peyton Gray 3 straight. So maybe we want the F5. I wonder if we're going to get punished on the pricing. We're not. I just, like I said, sometimes you just got to do it fucking to it. So I like Texas. F5, they got home for us yesterday. So there's another perfect example of, I'm not going to call anybody out, but I heard it. And it's not like I got one game right. I'm so smart. SMRT. Come on. Jacob deGrom is falling apart. He's over the hill. The Rangers also can't score against anybody. Everybody scores runs, you fucks. That shit kills me. These are independent events. They're professional athletes. It's massively fucking variant. There's a reason why these lines, unlike football, don't get to minus 500. Think about it. And then a lot of the minus 300 seem to fucking bust out anyway. So give me the Rangers at 5. I'll avoid the bullpen shit. Maybe it's an under. It's at 7.5. I mean, fuck, I got just the 7. So, like, you know what? You could pitch me that. That under 7.5, I think, is also good. Again, I'm worried about the Ranger bullpen, but let's move it on. Next is Gage, jump for your love on the bump for the Atleticos. They're slightly plus money on the road against the Cubbies. Baby Bears at the crib, minus 125. Shot of Jameson Tyon on the hill. I think I got... Damn it, I missed the fucking episode. Yeah, I got the A's to win this one. I'm not a Tyon guy. I think Jump has got some filthy stuff, and we're going to just outright ignore the first sample, right? This is one, it's us taking a stand on the debut stuff, but also being consistent in your work. If you're going to fade debuts, don't fucking then analyze them, right? That's fucking stupid. When anyway, he was throwing strikes and getting ahead. Again, inducing chase. I said I wasn't going to do that. But people look at the ERA and he's a ghost can, right? That's like filter queen shit. Yes, that fucking nincompoop to analyze that game. Under the hood, Jump checking a lot of boxes, right? So, all right, let's get under there. The four-seamer has got great velo, probably throws it a bit too much, but the rest of the stuff really checks out, right? He's got good extension, he's got really good spin, and he's got a good combination of induced vertical break and horizontal run. It didn't translate into whiffs, but again, it's only one game. The rest of the stuff is filthy, yo. The slider movement, sweeper movement, and the changeup stuff is all really good. He's making major league hitters look kind of silly in a debut. 45 whiff on the slider, 33 on the sweeper, 50 on the changeup. I mean, he's getting swings and miss. I think we like Jump right here. Cubs offense is also not really performed well. They were at one point this season like the team to avoid against Southpaws. Right now, they are just like slurping the ball sack. 227 PAs versus lefties. They have a single home run. Batting average below the Mendoza line, 207 slug. This is fucked up. I just saw this now. The Cubs have a .009 ISO in that time frame. .009. That is absolutely unheard of in any split, especially a 200 PA split. That is absolutely unheard of. Just great. Holy crap. That is fucked up, man. You know, they sub 5 barrel, 287 xWOBA, now would be the time to go after them. A's offense is not really hitting right now, but we know that there's some love under there, right? That's kind of a fact. They're not chasing, taking walks. A's, listen, give me a team that rakes and show me good discipline, and I'll show you a team I could believe in for fucking 7 innings against a guy that I don't really love. Let's bounce back to Tyon really quick. I got to hurry up to get out of here on time. The velo is down another click. I mean, the indicators are not buying it. He's pitched to contact, and he's up in the zone. He's given up 19 fucking home runs already. The Cubs should not be a favorite in this game. They should not be a favorite in this game. Their bullpen's been really good. Maybe we have to worry about distance from Jump as well, which is fine because you're getting the same price. A's F5 plus 105. Love that bitch. And let's fucking giddy up. Next up, man, 2 of the bigger L's. That's one for Bubba Chandler. There's one for Mikey Burrows. This is a don't believe everything you see in spring training. Jason, I just noticed that now. I forgot to import them. I will get right on it, player. I will get right on it. So, Jason's mentioning the implied team total tab. Now, it's all the same scores, obviously, from the Algo, but I put them in one spot. My bad, bro. That's with the SP ranks. I've been holding those back until I have the strikeout projections. It's been early, and I don't know, I just kind of missed it. Jamie asking about that White Sox run line. I kind of mentioned how I feel. I would hate to put my whole bet on the run line, have them win by 1 and not walk away with something. So I think you should split bet, blend bet that one. Okay, my bad, Jay. Jeff L says, I would assume if you played on my bookie, it'll be a no bet if neither team gets a 4. There's no neither option. Yeah. That's one thing about my bookie 4. I don't want to just call it standard because they've been opening up the menu, some F5 alts and F5 stuff in general. But it's not as robust as DraftKings. You fucking, bet on the length of these guys' fucking fingernails, yo. And Caleb talking about, yeah, May's pitched really good. I know. He has. No joke. Okay, so Bubba Chandler has been crappy. But again, I was popping the hood and I'm believing a little bit more of the underpinning stuff. He's getting whiffs, but he's been wild, and that's been an issue. That's been the issue all year. The Astros are not taking walks, swinging and missing, being a little bit aggressive. Maybe this is a good spot for Chandler. And let's not totally dismiss him. He had a ridiculous start like a week ago, right? They have 11 strikeouts in 5 innings. There is a top side to Bubba Chandler here. That is undeniable. It's just a matter of everything to click and everything to mature, and we're not going to force it. He had 11 strikeouts in 5 shutout innings at Toronto. He just gave up 4. It sucks, man. All the hits. When this guy has control, the fucking BABIP spins out of whack. I think Bubba is going to make it happen. I don't want to force it, but I do think he's the better pitcher here, better than Burrows, who has had some control. But, like, I don't know, his secondary stuff is not nearly as good. The misses are also worse. Like, meaning Bubba's misses are balls because he misses by a foot, where Burrow's misses are middle, and in the fucking seats. So I also think Pittsburgh is the much better offense in this one. Let's do a quick flip there. I mean, just, they're significantly better than the Astros last 14, pretty much across the board. They strike out a little bit, but we'll take it if you're not going to chase and you take walks, elevating pull fly balls with lots of barrels. Astros not really doing much of anything right now. L7, I'd imagine they're kind of heading into the fucking tank. Astros are terrible right now. Last 7, Pitt is kind of, lagging up. So I think we're mid sine wave for Pittsburgh. You want to be bullish on this offense. This is like crossing the 50-day moving average or whatever on a chart. So I've got Pittsburgh to win. I think we have a huge bullpen edge also. So I guess Houston is real. I didn't notice how well Houston's been pitching. So maybe this one's at 5, and it's like if Bubba is sharp, we don't want to build in for distance that he hasn't shown. But man, I do feel pretty good about Pittsburgh and the price because we have the offense as well. Just out of curiosity, team totals, Pittsburgh is 4.5 plus 100. I don't want to need the 5th run. So I think Pitt at the, even money, I think the F5 is pretty strong. I've got a couple of F5 bets that I like here today. Getting back to life, back to reality. Let's move. Next up, don't waste your time on this one. Tomoyuki Sagano on the road for the Rocks. I can't believe he's only a minus 134 dog. Plus 134 dog, against Grayson Rodriguez and the Angels. Remember, be patient with Rodriguez. He had the up and down. It was a debut. He got hurt. Debut. Then he was okay last time out. They should kill today. So I kind of have a little bit of a donkey move. I don't know if I can go for the cover, though I think we can. It's just that the Angels bullpen, we saw them in action yesterday, could fucking give that shit up in an instant. I have a half a mind to actually bet the first 5 run line. I don't see it listed on my bookie right now. I don't usually bet those. And they'd really have to wow me with the fucking price. It's minus 115. I'm definitely not doing that. So this I just have Angels to win. It's donkey fucking stuff. I'm believing in Grayson, but it looks like the market is as well. And you want to fade the shit out of the Rockies in this spot because they're not any good. And Sagano is just notoriously fucking terrible. Next up, book's getting sharp on us. Eric Lauer on the road for the Dodgers. Only a minus 122 against Mikey Soroka and the Diamondbacks. Is it possible? Again, this is the F5 sharpening. Sounds like a fucking horror movie. The sharpening that we've experienced over the years, where there was a time where the Dodgers would just always open as a favorite, and we wouldn't get the taxation on the F5 that we're getting right now. And, here's a perfect example. So Arizona's even money to win. They're minus 115 for the F5. And I don't want to get lured into that trap of, like I mentioned before, I think we have a pitching edge, and I kind of like the price, but I don't necessarily believe in the offensive stuff. That's a perfect example. And I'm not trying to pay fucking juice to face the Dodgers. So I think if you are on an Arizona side, I would just be looking for scoring. But again, it's 4.5 minus 110. I'm fading this. This is this is an FU. This is the books kind of daring us. And someone out there is going to bet Arizona F5. Like, that's the thing. Like, how sharp do you feel like if you're paying juice on it? You know what I mean? It's always sharp in our minds. The sharpness is in the price. You're not bucking anything if you're going along with the fucking crowd. So I like Soroka, and I think he's going to have a good start. He's maybe like a sneaky start in DFS tonight. But you're still challenging a Dodger offense that's fucking hitting. Okay, like let's be very, very clear about this. The Dodgers right now overall have a 134 WRC plus. They're killing right now. You know, they're doing everything. They're just not stealing, which I think, as we've mentioned all season, is that last thing to unlock. You know, if I knew how to make shorts viral, what's the difference between the Dodgers and the Nationals? The Nationals are better because they fucking steal bases. You know? That's it. Like, that's it. All right, we got one more. Sorry, I forgot it. What do we got? The Mets and the Mariners. Jonah Tong making a start. Good to see. He deserves a look. Plus 120 dog down in Seattle, or up in Seattle with the PN dub, to face my boy Logan Gilbert and the Mariners. The public giving Yogurt. So maybe, hopefully the Schwartz will be with Logan Gilbert today. I think the play here is to go under the F5. Did these motherfuckers make it it's a 4? Yeah, cock. You piece of crap. This is another perfect example of sharpening in the F5s. We used to get a lot more 4.5s. On these, like, I don't know about this one. Yeah, totals on the way down, 4 and 7.5. So, like, I don't know. I don't want to pay the juice for Seattle because I think Tong has upside. Also, I worry a little bit about the Mariners offense. Take a look. Yeah, with good reason. It's not just anecdotal. Mariners offense has really struggled versus righties, you know. And the Mets have been no picnic. Oh, sorry, wrong tab. The Mets have been no picnic either, though we've called out the power for the Mets. We've seen that kind of come to fruition a little bit. You know what? I guess we have a bad chalk pair. Angels and fucking Mariners, but I don't feel confident. Right, if Tong is out there and blowing Mariners away, you can't be surprised. And I think the Gilbert's going to be awesome. But so this one, maybe I feel stronger about an under than I do Gilbert. And the model's like not so fast, fat guy. I don't know. I still, in my heart of hearts, think Gilbert is still being shorted at minus 140 over like a rookie that is good. But he hasn't really shown it yet. And I know they were jerking him with the fucking usage, right? Like, my numbers for him are probably off. Tong, that is? I don't even know. What do I have for Tong? Oh, I have his full set. Neither are starts. I mean, he walked 4 guys in 3 2/3. The time before, he was like perfect. You know, he walked 1 batter, but other than that, he was hitless and scoreless through 3. So I think that's a good example of what to expect. Either really, really good or maybe really, really bad. Let's get the fuck out of here. Appreciate you all. Please find it in your heart to support the work. Just $2 a week. All the baseball and football stuff you can stomach. I can't go through all the comments right now. I appreciate just all y'all. All y'all. Pod DJ, and Jeff, NJ, BE, BGC, all the dudes. Goonie, Adonis, J-Main, Kev, Izana. Just, I go on and on. These are all people that I get to meet, right? One of the better parts of this thing of ours. So, you know, support the work. Let me know what you think is missing, how this could get any better. You know, what you like, what you don't like. Tweet something cool about the show. I'll fucking retweet it. You know how that shit goes. And press all the fucking cartoon fingers, because that shit matters more than it should. Thanks for picking up. We're putting down here at Corked Stats. Enjoy the games, enjoy the day. When we're done with the book, enjoy the pay. And remember, when you work this hard, the winning feels a lot less like luck.